Hi, this is Chris. Welcome to part 3 of making a grocery sack into an ephemera folder. This is the kind of grocery sack I got from my market. It's a gusseted sack. You can use this technique with any kind of gusseted sack. And these were so nice and clean and fresh. I wanted to make something with them. So in part 1 I showed how I took the sack and I figured out a way to cut it so that you have a cover and a page, another page, a third page, a fourth page, a fifth page, a sixth and seventh page, and another cover or page, depending on how you want to fold it. So then in part 2 I showed how I covered the outside with paper napkins from the fast food place. Here they are. So I ripped these up and decoupaged over the outside, and then I also showed how I folded the flaps. I didn't add anything. These are all parts of the sack construction. And then I added papers, decorative papers on each page. I sewed this one. The first one I glued. So you can do it either way. You can sew it or glue it. And I made pockets from the gusset paper. And so now I have quite a large folio. So today what I'm going to do is I pulled out my vintage ephemera and I'm going to figure out where I want to put it and what kind of pockets I will need for it. So let's start with the ones I got from my local shop. So I designed this. I used the gusset from the paper bag, and I used it, and this will help things from sliding out. It'll help protect them so they can sit right in here. I'll take the paper clip off because that can damage the papers. I'll put this in here. I can put these in here. I think I'll put these here. Like that. And so what I want to do with these pages is put on some pockets. These are pockets that I made with this die that I bought a few months ago. Stitched Slots Pocket Set by Maddie's Crafting Joy, 2019. I'll put a link to this in the description below if you're interested. But it makes these cute pockets, and these I have glued onto a piece of backing paper. So I made some more, and I made this one and this one. I made these out of the papers that I used in this folder. So now I need to decide how I can use them. And this is how the die works. Oops. And it comes with, it's scored on the side. However, my die scores too deeply and it actually cuts the bottom, so I just take that off. And then you fold it like that. And oh, it cut through that one too. You fold it like that. And then give it some ink. And it's hard to see on camera, I'm sure, but there are little stitch marks around the edges to make it look like it's been sewn. And I'll see if I can bring that in and show those stitch marks. I see it better on this light one. See how it has the little stitch marks around the edges? So I'll ink around all the edges. I'm using a permanent ink. I'm using Hampton Art acid-free pigment ink, hoping that it won't transfer onto any of my ephemera once it's dry. So then I decide how I want to decorate the pockets with the little other piece that you can cut out. So I can either put the same color, the same paper on each one, or I can mix and match them, something like that. So the ones I've already done, this one I mixed and matched, and this one I mixed and matched. I kind of like that. This one I did the same. And this one I have enough to do the same there, but not enough to do the same with these colors. So I can do something like this. Or I could do this. I kind of like that first one. Kind of like this one and this one. Whoops. This one and this one. Or maybe this one and this one. Yeah, I think I like that. So if you wanted to, you could make 2 pockets out of this by just doing the 3 edges and leaving this little part open. But I'm going to glue them down all the way. And then another thing I noticed with this die is that the part that you fold over, the little gusset, tends to show through on this little slot here. So what I did with the others is I just put some brown ink on that. So that it doesn't show so much. So now I have all these to choose from. And I'm thinking if I want to do playing cards, I could do them on this page. And with this one, I didn't glue the bottoms of each slot. I thought if I want to put in something tall, I could put something tall there. If I want to put something in medium here or something short, they'll fit. But with these, I'm going to glue them because I'm going to put small things in each one. So I'm going to glue the little flap and then just a little line down the bottom because that flap got cut off. Whoops, don't forget, glue along the bottom of these two also. Okay, I'm going to put this right here. I'm pushing it in a little bit to give room so it's not real tight. So I can put a few things in there. And then we'll do this one. And I'll put this one about right there. Okay, now on the next page, I think I'll put one of these that has room for taller items. It's already pasted onto another piece of card, so I can put more items behind it here. In fact, I think maybe I'll punch that. So I'm going to line it up with that one and then move it out just a bit. Give that some ink. So this one I think I'll put here. Here. I like to put something in there to keep the pocket from being totally flat, and that way I can fit more in it. Okay, now we have these vintage book pages, which this one seems a little bit wide. I could just tear off a little bit. And that will go in there, hopefully. And these can go in here. I also have left this open. So I can put items in there too. And put those in there. Now these milk tickets might be too big to go anywhere. Let's see. Oh no, they'll be all right. So the milk tickets can go in here. And for now I'm going to keep this envelope until I get the name of the Etsy shop. Well, that's not going to fit. Okay, we still have something we can put on this page. So maybe I'll use my other pocket. This one also has been left open all the way down. I can always go back and glue them if I change my mind. These are a little fragile, so I'm going to keep them in their little plastic sleeve. I'll put them in here. Put them in there. Now I also have this die cut, which makes a file folder, tabbed file folders. One more. I have three different colors on that one. I have that one. So I thought maybe I could put a couple of these up here. Now I was thinking of staggering these slightly. But I need enough room up at the top, depending on what I'm going to put in there. Well, my camera shut off unexpectedly and didn't tell me. So I'll show you where we were. You saw this, and this, and this. And I was working on these pages when the camera went off. So I added the file folder tabs or index tabs, whatever they're called, and I staggered them and filled them up with the playing cards. So these are the ones with the airplanes, and these are the ones with the paintings. And these are the game pieces. And then over here, I decided to put these vintage flower seed labels in this little pocket. They just fit. So now I'm going to decorate the cover and decide on a closure. Thanks for watching. Come back again for the final episode, part 4, where I decorate the cover and make a closure. Bye-bye. Have a fun day crafting.